If you're a black man in ICE, you have abandoned the community. You are a traitor. Maybe he's more of a slave catcher than a house Negro, but either way, you have destroyed your connection to the community.
Suffering from a clear-cut case of cognitive dissonance, Touré doubles down on his N-word usage.
Some black people are very mad that I said that it's okay to call a black ICE agent the N-word. Their argument, that word has been used as a weapon against our community. When you say we have suffered because of that word, you're including the black ICE agent in we. He is not in we. He is not black. He is not part of the community.
See, when you go on these networks, Cap News Network, and nothing but Cap, you grow this sense of elitism in the community. Touré legitimately thinks he's the anointed gatekeeper of the community now. Did you hear the words that he was using and the terminology that he was using? Again, as I stated in my last video about this same incident, he does not get it. He does not get it. The guy is literally indicting himself while he, in his heart, truly believes he's talking about this ICE agent. He's trying to call this brother a bootlicker. He's trying to call this brother an Uncle Tom. But he doesn't get it. Who looks like the Uncle Tom? And the Uncle Tom was, the story of Uncle Tom is not as it's depicted in the minds and in the historical context that we have been told. Y'all may need to go read about Uncle Tom because the story has been misled, completely misled. But back to the video. Why does he get to choose who does and who does not become a part of the community? They talk about They talk about Trump deporting illegals. He's deporting brothers in and out of the community based on their affiliation with the Trump administration and the federal government. Are you kidding me? As I stated in my last video, the irony is palpable. This brother is talking about himself and doesn't even realize it.
People say that was the last word many of us heard before being lynched. That is 100% correct. But if you're a black ICE agent, you're part of a lynch mob chasing people of color. He's not a descendant of those who got lynched. He's a descendant of those who were doing the lynching. If you're a black man in ICE, you have abandoned the community. You are a traitor. Maybe he's more of a slave catcher than a house Negro, but either way, you have destroyed your connection to the community. He's not a brother. He's not black. He's not part of our community.
Do you hear the elitism just oozing out? I mean, he's opining as if he's actually making sense, legitimately. I don't know who he's talking to, but for the people in the community, what do you all think when you hear this? When you look at this video and you see this brother saying the things that he's saying in the tone and tenet of how he's saying it. This brother is going after another brother for the job that he's chosen. Think about everything a brother could be doing or not doing in the world today, in these streets. This brother chose to be a federal agent to help the Trump administration deport illegals out of this country, the worst of the worst, and everybody that's hanging out with them. In case y'all want to know why they not everybody that they arrest ain't the worst of the worst. They not telling y'all they hanging out with the worst of the worst. You know how a raid work. When they pull up, if you in there, you gonna go down to the station. They gonna sort it out at the station. That's what's happening. Now back to the video. This brother is off the chain. He's off the chain. Look how he's talking about this brother. Look how he's talking about him. Is Touré Boulay? Are we missing something? Am I missing something? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think.
He's definitely not your brother. He would unalive you in a second. He wouldn't think, oh, that's a sister, I shouldn't. No, he would think, Massa Stephen Miller said, I can do anything I want.
Do you see how he's trying to get up under your skin? He's trying to justify the comment he made in the first video that he posted, why it is appropriate for a white liberal to call a brother the N-word because he's a federal ICE agent working for the Trump administration deporting illegals. He's trying to make sense of nonsense, and he just doesn't get it. He really just doesn't get it. Now, did you hear what he just said? Massa Stephen Miller. See, that's how we go at each other. We're in the community. Now, think about this. He's only going after this brother because he's on the other side of the political aisle. They don't talk about Democrats like this. Notice how the media never showed this story nationally. They didn't. Why? Because it was Democrats. Democrats, I hate to say it, sorry, not sorry, but they're the true racists. Democrats are the true racists. How could you want to excommunicado a brother out the hood for having a job with the federal government? How could you do that? How could you come to that conclusion based on this brother's beliefs? This brother is doing an admirable job. Some and most would even call him a patriot. But Touré calls him the N-word, the HN-word, and all of these other derogatory terms that other people used to use against us. Now Touré is the blackface of white supremacy.
So you're defending Stephen from Django with a hammer who's part of a lynch mob chasing down people of color. Make that make sense. We understand all of this quite easily when it comes to Clarence Thomas and Candace Owens. We have excommunicated them. Their skin is black, but they're not part of the community. We would never stand up for their rights. We take no black pride from their success. They're permanently banned from the symbolic cookout. Being black in ICE is being Clarence Thomas and Candace Owens on steroids. He is not one of us. Fuck that. And if you can't see that, I might be side-eyeing you.
If the Democrats had their version of ICE right now, Touré would be Tom Homan. You heard it for yourself. You evaluate for yourself. You tell me what you think. Who has been everything, all the derogatory comments that he has been using against this brother who's only doing what he believes is the right thing to do, and what most Americans, over 80% of Americans, want these people deported, starting with the worst of the worst, and then all those who are hanging out with them that are illegals and that have broken the law while they're in the United States. Think about that. That's who this brother is talking about. This brother is out here in these streets trying to clean up the streets in the United States of America, and Touré has a problem with that because they're getting rid of their new voting base. That's what it's really all about. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.